Hi everyone, in today's video, you'll learn how to pass form data from one page to another using Bricksforge Pro Forms. Now let's take a look. Here we have our contact page with our form, and let's go ahead and fill the form. So say maybe David, Denado, email should be test@daveden.co.uk. Then the message, let me just submit it. And you see, we get to the thank you page and it gets our name, our email. You can even use it inside a text on the other page. And everything is done using the URL parameter in Bricksforge Pro Forms redirect option. So now let's see how I built the form. So here we are in Bricks. I already have my Pro Forms added to the page, which contains 3 input fields. The first one is a text field called name. If you go under general, I give it a custom ID of name. The second one is email. The custom ID is email. And the last one is a text area field called message. And the custom ID is message. And the way we're going to be sending the data is using the redirect action. So I'll come under my Pro Forms. If you go under the actions, you see, let me clear it out. Under action after successful form submit, I can now open the select field and search for redirect. Now we'll get access to an accordion called redirect. So let me open that and we'll get to add the custom redirect URL. Now this URL is going to contain 2 things. First, it will contain the page that we're going to. Then it will contain a URL parameter which will have a key value pair. The key would be any name that we want to use as an identifier, and the value would be our form field value. So the page I want to try to go to is the thank you page, which is another page. Let me open it in a new tab. And this is the URL of the page. So /thank you. Let me now come back to the page. So I can either write that full URL or I can make it simple and then I'll use a dynamic tag and just search for the site URL. Then I'll put a slash, put the slug of the new page, which is thank you, slash, and now we need to add our URL parameter. To do that, I'll start with a question mark. Then I will define a key, which will house the value. The key, make sure it is something unique that is not used already by WordPress. So avoid using some keywords like name and some other keywords. So what I try to do is I'll add a prefix so that I avoid any problems. So I'll use something like my name equal to, then I just have to put the custom ID for my form field, and you have to add that in double curly brace. So I'll open it, that is double curly brace open, put name, then close the double curly brace. When we want to add another parameter, then we need to use the ampersand. So I'll say ampersand. Then I will define the next key. In this case, it will be email. So I'll say my email equal to, and I'll use the custom ID for my email field. Open the curly brace twice, put email, and close it twice. I'll save this, and this is the URL parameter done. I will leave a link to the parameter in the description so you can easily see what I wrote. Then for the thank you page, what we now need to do is recall the value from the URL parameter. So I'll come to my text. I'll clear what is there now. So under the value, what you need to do is use the dynamic data tag, search for URL parameter, and then after the parameter, we'll put a colon and then put what is the key from the previous form. So this is URL-parameter. At the end, just before the closing curly brace, I'll put a colon, and the key for my previous form was my name. We'll do the same thing for the email. I'll clear that. Dynamic data tag, URL parameter. At the end, I'll put colon, my email. That's the key from the previous form. Now, if it was set out properly, then everything should work. So I'll come back to my contact page, open a new tab. We have the form. Now let me fill it. David Denedo. And the email is test@daveden. Okay. And let me submit it. And you get the form. It has David Denedo test@daveden.co.uk. And everything is done properly. Just remember to avoid using some special characters because they can basically corrupt the URL. So if you're going to be sending anything via URL parameter, just make sure it's plain text. It doesn't have any special characters. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you had, please do leave a thumbs up and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.